What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 4 Retro in this oxidized green colorway. This is a brand new colorway of the Air Jordan 4 Retro that released on June 15th. They released for a price of $215 or $280 here in Canada, and the official colorway for this shoe is white, oxidized green, and neutral gray. So these were available at most Air Jordan retailers, including the Closet Inc. here in Canada. The Closet Inc. is my go-to shop for Jordan Retros and Nike releases, and they're independently owned and operated based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada. So for all my Canadian viewers out there, I'll link their website, their socials, all that good stuff down below. They offer some of the best pricing in the entire country, so check them out, show them some love, and tell them that I sent you. So the Air Jordan 4, as far as Jordan silhouettes goes, is arguably at the very top of the list right now. And we've seen white and green Air Jordan 4s in the past, most notably the green metallic Jordan 4, and this shoe I gotta admit shares a lot of similarities to that pair, but it adopts more of that classic color blocking style, basically taking a military blue 4, but most notably swapping out the blue for green instead. First things first, here's a quick look at the box. So this comes in a green colored cardboard box, and if you look closely, it has a bit of a metallic shine to it, mimicking the look of the green on the shoe itself. And we have the Jumpman logo on the very top. As far as the shoe goes, so jumping right into it, for the most part, the majority of the upper of the sneaker is crafted using the soft white leather, which has a bit of a tumbled look to it. So on the toe box, you can see this is a genuine white leather, and the same leather covers the front toe cap of the shoe as well. For the bottom three eyelets, like any other Air Jordan 4, we have this TPU lace crown, which has a faux metallic sheen to it, almost giving it like a bit of a glittery look. And then in the mid panel, we have the signature white colored netting with a green colored backing underneath. And then the top three eyelets are again covered in this lace crown as well. And then it's attached to this side wing or flap. And this unfortunately is actually crafted using a synthetic white leather instead. Underneath this, we have more of that genuine white leather, and this covers the top portion of the ankle collar area as well. However, the heel tab of the shoe, this is also a synthetic white leather, and we have this semi-translucent green colored Jumpman logo right in the center. For the laces, these only come with one lace option, and they're a flat style white colored lace. Underneath this, the tongue is covered in that same netting that we saw earlier on the sides of the shoe. However, the top of the tongue, this is covered in more synthetic white leather, and then we have this patch on the top with Jumpman Flight branding. On the back of the tongue, we have this upside down Air Jordan tag, which is done in this tonal green colored finish. And then the back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is lined in a silky smooth green colored nylon material, which differs from the typical lining that you see on a Jordan 4. And then for the insole, so these come with a polyurethane foam insole. It's lined in this green finish on top, and we have a Jumpman logo pressed onto the heel in white. So the upper of these Jordan 4s sits atop a polyurethane foam midsole, which is painted in this green finish on the top, and this again has that metallic sheen to it. But then underneath this, covering the bottom and back half of the midsole, this is painted in an aged cream color instead. Underneath the forefoot, we have an encapsulated air unit, and we have a visible air unit on the heel of the sneaker as well. For the outsole, so this is your classic Jordan 4 outsole, and this is crafted using a mix of gray, white, and green colored rubber. We have a herringbone style traction pattern that runs from heel to toe, along with a white colored Jumpman logo right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, so more or less these fit like your typical Air Jordan 4. So if you have a narrow or normal width foot, go true to size, but if you have a wider foot, you might want to consider going up a half size. Jordan 4s are notorious for being pinky toe crunchers, and even though my feet are a little bit wide, not overly wide, I could feel a little bit of discomfort around this area right here. It wasn't snug enough that I'd want to go up half a size personally, but for you it just depends on how you normally wear your Jordan 4s. If you're someone that usually goes up half a size because of the pinky toe issue, I'd recommend just going with that same size for this pair as well. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so these feel pretty much like any other Air Jordan 4. Assuming you can get the sizing of the shoe right to deal with the pinky toe issue, the overall comfort of the Jordan 4 is okay. It's going to be fine for an everyday casual use sneaker. It's not exceptionally comfortable, it's not super soft underfoot, but it's still okay. I just personally find that there's better alternatives for Jordan Retros like the Jordan 3 for example. Even though it utilizes the same technology as a Jordan 4, there's just something about the Jordan 3, maybe it's just my feet, but I find them to be a lot more comfortable over these ones. But again, for a shoe I'm assuming you're not going to be wearing for hours and hours on end, they're going to be okay. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, material quality was a bit of a mixed bag. The genuine leathers that they incorporated on the upper were pretty decent quality as far as a general release Air Jordan shoe goes. However, like I mentioned, they do utilize synthetic leathers, which most people won't even notice, but just one of those things where if you closely examine this shoe, there's quite a few components that aren't actual genuine leather. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I think the overall build of the shoe was decent. There weren't any major flaws that I could see on my pairs. The stitch job was good, the panels were consistent, and the paint job was solid as well. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up for you and I'll show you guys how these look. I know the shoe is sitting on most retailers' websites and in stores. I don't know how much of that is just Air Jordan fatigue or people just not being a fan of this colorway. I personally think that this colorway is pretty nice. White and green is a pretty classic and pretty wearable color combination. And while I do prefer the classic metallic green Jordan 4 colorway over these, I still think this is a very nice colorway. I just probably wait for these to eventually go on sale. If you can grab these for a discounted price, I think this is a great addition to anyone's collection. And judging from the fact that these are sitting, it's probably a good indication that these will eventually get heavily discounted down the road. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this oxidized green Air Jordan 4 Retro. For anyone watching, did you pay full retail price for these? Are you waiting for these to eventually go on sale? Or you're just not a fan of the colorway and it's a pass for you altogether? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Another huge shout out goes out to The Closet Inc. Again, I've linked their socials, their website, all that good stuff down below. Appreciate all of your continued love and support, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.